Okay, los números, notes page. First thing you need to know is where to go to find it. So that is going to be here, notes page, alfabeto y números. So they're all in the same document. If you've already created this, because it says click file, make a copy, and add it to your Spanish 1 folder. If you have already done that, then go there, go to your Google Drive and find it and open it. But I'm going to show you what it looks like I'm going to show you what it looks like on this end so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this was the alfabeto. You should already have this one filled in. You're just going to scroll down and it's going to be the second half. If you have a paper copy, then just flip your page over and go from there. Okay, a couple things that you need to know. The video link is at the top. Hopefully you've already figured that out because you are here in the video. But this is what you are filling in. If you haven't already, you need to make a copy of it and add it to your Google Drive because you can't edit this copy. Okay, so for this, what you need to do is you are going to be filling all of these in. And before you go through and put 1, 2, 3, 4, notice that it's already there, right? Even over here where it jumps from 31, 32 to 40, the number is there showing you what it is. So then what do I want you to do? Well, I want you to write the phonetic pronunciation for the numbers that you have a hard time saying. I usually allow you to go in and you decide, but what I want you to do right now, if you look at this one, number 11, if you look at that and you want to pronounce that once, then you're totally wrong and you definitely need to fill in the phonetic pronunciations. So what are those phonetic pronunciations? Let's go ahead and start here. So in your notes page, you are filling in 0 to 10, you don't have anything to fill in because I feel like we all pretty much know this. If not from Dora, then from life. But I will say them so you can get some practice. So repeat after me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is how you count from 0 to 10. Now, starting at 11, where you would look at it and maybe say once, this is where you're going to start writing it phonetically. Pause the video as often as you need to so that you can get this done. 11 is once. So on your notes page, you're writing on and then a little hyphen and say, so that if I were to call on you and ask you, how do you say 11? You could look and say, oh, once. That's how you say it. 12, doce. Again, pause as often as you need to because I'm going to speed through these, but what I hope that you're doing is that you're repeating after me, practicing saying them and writing them down. 13, 14, 15. 16 to 20 is something a little bit different, a little longer. 16. And the way you're going to write this is capital D hyphen, capital S hyphen, capital E. Just so that when you look at it, you don't go dzz, like you don't try to put them all together, that you know that you're saying each letter. D-S-E 6. D-S-E 7. D-S-E 8. D-S-E 9. Now, for the numbers 16 to 20, something that you need to maybe just be aware of, you don't have to know it, and that is that number 16 to 19 are normally written as one word. And we don't need to worry about that. Okay, but what you might see is that there's an accent mark. You don't need to remember that. You wouldn't be marked wrong if you didn't have it. It's all good. All right, moving on. 20 is 20. For 21 to 29, there's a little bit of a formula going on here, and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So you can see that it's the word 20 y uno, but all squinched together becomes 21. Literally 20 and 1, 20 and 2, 20 and 3. So it's just saying 21, 22, 23, but quickly. So that is the 20s. And notice that it says that you need to have accent marks there. Again, if you forget about those or if you don't even pay attention to them, it's not a big deal. All right, now we're actually going to count by 10. So on your notes page, it says 30, 31, 32, and then 40. You need to skip 31 and 32. So here we go. 30 is 30. Remember, we're counting by 10. So we're skipping 31, 32, and we're going to where it says 40. 40 is 40. 50 is 50. 60, 60. 70, setenta, 80, ochenta, 90, noventa, 100, CN. Make sure that you put C period, N period, because it's not N, it's C and N. So that's why I did that. Now, back to that 31 and 32. So notice we have a formula here. To say any number between 31 and 99, you need to follow this formula where you say the tens number, then you say the word E, which means and, followed by the ones number. So for example, 31 would be 30 y uno. So the tens is 30. E, you always have to add that. Uno is your ones number, which is literally 1. To say 32, again, 30 y dos. You would do this all the way through. 33, 34, 35 for all of those. 40, of course, is 40. To say 41, 40 y uno. Notice, this is the real word for 40. It's not written out 40 or anything like that. This is the real word. Now, don't ever combine the words. Only in the 20s will you do the combinations, but in the 30s and all the way up to 100, you never combine. You always follow this tens number, the word E, and the ones number. Okay, so that is practice that we're going to do in class. So once you are done filling in your notes page, then return to our meet and get ready for the next thing. Buenísimo.